Linda, I hear that from the press that Arabs and Jews don't often get along. So I don't know if I'm breaking this to you, but Bernie's Jewish. You sure you're okay with it? You're still on his side?
I mean, that's some of the most the ludicrous angles of the media, of being so shocked that Muslim Americans would support a Jewish candidate. And I don't support Bernie Sanders because he's a Jew. I support him because he's a man with principles and values. He's a man of integrity, a man of authenticity, unbought and unsold. He's been saying the same things for 40 years. And this is why I'm attracted to his message. I mean, look, he's a 75-year-old white man. Not exactly the kind of man you think would inspire people like us, but I'm inspired by his vision. I'm inspired by this idea that he thinks we have self-worth, that I shouldn't be settling for less, that our country should have universal health care. There are people in our country who don't have health insurance, that are dying because they don't have access to medical services. Understanding that if we were able to create free public colleges, that 38% increase in young brown and black people that would be able to get a college education. I mean, I don't know what's so radical about that. And then I want to say, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm also Palestinian American. Some radical guy shows up and says, hold on a second, Palestinians are human beings, by the way, they deserve dignity and human rights. Wow, you know what I mean? Like, as if that shouldn't be the default position of any presidential candidate. And he's embracing our community. Muslim Americans, Arab Americans, we have high stakes in this election. We're fighting hate. And here's an opportunity for me to vote for something, not against something. Vote for someone, not against someone. And Bernie Sanders has welcomed Arab Americans, Muslim Americans in his campaign unapologetically. He doesn't tell us to be less Muslim, less Palestinian, less of who we are. Bring it. And I'm also a person that's worked on progressive issues for about 15 years. Hiring the federal minimum wage to $15. How radical is that? Impossible, but we did it in New York State, we did it in California, we did it in Seattle. Why is that something that we can't do across the country? And at the end of the day, it's about the people. And Bernie Sanders, trust me, we've hung out with him. He's about the people. He is not about Bernie Sanders. Like, sometimes you want to remind him that he's Bernie Sanders. You know what I mean? And I'm very overwhelmed in the movement and the people that I get to meet in this campaign.